Okay, I wanted to show you guys, this is the first session I'm doing in Tmux, which you can tell by this green bar down here. It's supposed to be a tool to help kind of build different sessions, different work sessions. And it's got this like, so if I quit out of this, I can actually, so check this out. What we can do is we can, like, let's say we're editing our play state here, but we want to open a new window, right? We want to open a, we also want to open maybe our notes so we can see what we're going to do for today's episode. And then we wanted to do another window down here, just actually, you know, so we can do, there's a Tmux, what was it? Clock. But anyway, we can, it's Tmux is terminal multiplexer, so we can kind of handle these different windows. But here's the cool part. Let's say we're editing this stuff, and we forget to save it or something, or our computer just goes off grid, offline, without power. I'm trying to actually exit the session. Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to exit this session. Actually, so look, if we're running the session, I'm gonna quit the program so it actually quit that terminal. Like it quit all of that. So like simulate a crash, right? It just crashed everything. Well, if we go Tmux and hit A, it'll reattach us. And we have all our work right back. So, I think it's a powerful tool. I'm trying to figure it out more because you can actually SSH into a different machine and have that, so I could open the same Tmux session that I'm working from right now. I can open that within like my laptop or something if I figure that out. I don't remember the key sizes or the key bindings to resize windows. Let me see the Tmux pane size. It says Control B arrow keys, but it doesn't seem to be working. That's how you switch. That's how I've been switching. See, and I have a very small keyboard, so I actually don't have arrow keys. So if this, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. This says the mouse works, but I wasn't getting the mouse to work. But maybe that's because... Sorry guys, I'm still learning this. I don't know how to resize the window here. But anyway, we don't need to do that. I think I can do a Control B X to kill that pane. And then we can keep this one open. Well, let's see. Because this is what we're gonna do today. Now our notes. So we have wind printing for 2 games. We have that, and we do a rematch just with Enter Press. We don't have players starting with the other stones, and I don't want to do that just yet. That's going to be maybe like the last thing I do, because I want to be able to place the stones for testing and debugging. Let's see if we can get this red space upon a win to be highlighting again, and see if we can't fix that. So what I can do is switch my preview to this one, and I can zoom in. If we just go ahead and run this, let's see if we can get the crash of the red highlight as soon as we place this. Nope. Can't seem to get it to do it. Okay, well, I can't seem to recreate it. I don't know how we're gonna test whether or not we fix it or not, but we also need to debug complex move stones, loop songs, loop chatter. Let's try to loop chatter, I guess. I mean, got a bunch of stuff. Maybe in main. Not setting chatter loop to true. We need to replace it right here with this mistake. We would just say nope. X delete, insert, chatter. Set looping. The only thing left is to actually play the sound. Now let's listen to the chatter. If it loops seamlessly or not. Okay, our toggle gets reset to true. I think the chatter loop is working okay. It sounds to be working as intended. But oh, come on. What else we need here is our toggle. Where is our... We do a toggle for... wait a second. This HUD toggle, that's what I'm looking for. HUD toggle. We initialize that to true, which we don't necessarily want to do. We don't want to put it in a reset function, because we don't want to change it whenever we reset the board. We just want it to be initialized as false, populated to true once in our playstate init, and then now we should have that carry over, so we can turn the toggle off. We can finish a game, we can go on to game 2 and it's still off now. So we at least fixed that. I want a way to print up our instructions. So let's get a way to toggle our instructions here. If we take a look at our play state, at the bottom of our play state, we've got a bunch of instructions we can toggle on, along with a bunch of debugging. Here's the instructions. So this will leave instructions on, but look, it's overriding. It's overriding our thing here. So we need to shift shift this instruction Y to be just way lower. I'm glad I did it like that, because that allows us to go here into our instruction Y and give this maybe like an 850. Write that out, and if we just run the same code, well, we're not getting our... Maybe this is too much. Now we've got our instructions rendering, but if we have 2 games here, our second game will... This is messed up. Our second game should be coming in. You know what? The last time I commit, let me just see what the commit of my last was. Yeah. This was not yesterday, this was 2 days ago, so... I'm gonna do a get poll and force that, so I can get my updated changes, which is 54 changes in play state. Then I want to NVim back into it, and I want to change the things I just changed, right? So I want to go into my debug Y, and instead of 240, putting, what was it, 540? For debug Y of our, nope, that's not right. We need full screen false in our main here. I had it. There we go. My bad. Okay. So we need to just do what we did again to fix our chatter. That was my bad. I didn't do a get poll before I started get it going. We need to change our Y offset for our instructions, turn our instructions on, and to set our chatter correctly, which, where am I even doing this? If not chatter played, here. So we're actually going to play chatter, but we want to set chatter to be looping to true. Is not what I wanted. Chatter looping true. Okay. Now we actually play it. Now we could turn music back on if we want, which I think I will. I'll just actually make it a bit quieter than we have been. We should have game 2 now because we pulled our changes. I missed streaming yesterday. I just programmed on my laptop, which is why we messed up the very beginning of today's episode. But we've got our chatter loop working. Now we wanted to, remember we wanted to change our, in our play state, we want to take our knit towards the top of our HUD toggle. We want to take that out of our reset function here. We actually want to place it here in our play state of knit. And now it'll carry over, so we toggle off the toggle. HUD toggle. We'll be able to reset the game and not have HUD toggle back on, and if HUD toggle is on, it'll stay on when we reset it now. So we fixed that. We fixed the sound looping for the chatter. What else do we need to do? If we take a look at our... Oh, I forgot. We had this open. We were zoomed in. So we can go ahead and close this. Yeah, so we've got loop chatter forever, loop songs, random song index. Yeah, so it loops a random song forever. We'll need to do something special. We can see if we can figure that out today, maybe. I do like that Tmux gives the date timestamp down here. I'm a sucker for timestamps, I guess. But what are we trying to do here? Trying to... What were we just doing? Loop songs forever. Okay, so random song index is what we're trying to figure out. So here is our songs. Now, yeah, this is another thing. I only have one song in our library, so we don't slow down our load time. So I think this is another one of those things that needs to be done very last. So I think as of this point, we're good. Well, let's do we modify our instruction Y? Debug Y should be not this. Instruction Y was the thing I was supposed to change. So I think I screwed all our debugging on this. Let me take a look. Yeah, let me take a look real quick. If we open up, we need another window. We're gonna get diff. We'll see what our debug Y used to be, which was 240, so it should be 240. So I want to close this. 240 is what it was. And then we want our instruction Y to be something like 240. And then we want to go to our actual render and turn it back on. Down here, instructions. We'll just turn this back on. And now we should be rendering instructions. Let's see if they don't overlap. They will overlap. So we need this Y offset, which I thought that would work. I thought we already did it, but instruction Y 240. No, yeah, we didn't change it for some reason. 540, is that too much? Maybe. I think I'm gonna rehaul the, now that I've got the final, what I think final type is, font. I'm gonna redo these so that they look pretty, but the instructions now will not overwrite our score. So if we take a look at that, even if we have 2 game scores, our instructions do not overwrite that, which is good. Yeah, I'm gonna just reset that that instruction font real quick. So where is, this is in main, which is why I wasn't finding it, but the instructions. Smaller font. What if we were at the Bene font? It's going to be too big. We need a smaller font than Bene font. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's off. So we can just make ourselves a small Bene font, which we can say small, and then small Bene font, and then in our main we're gonna go give ourselves, in our fonts we're gonna give ourselves small Bene font. So we're gonna say small shit. Okay, small Bene font. Let's say it's 20, 22, 24. Say it's 24. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, we can afford to be a bit bigger. Maybe 28. Maybe. Yeah, it's looking okay. Let's do 28 and we'll put our X to the left just a bit. So if we go to our place state, we want these instruction X's to be left a bit. So we can go into our instruction X here in our constants to be a little less to the left. Come on. Okay. It shows how much I know Vim. We want this to be 0. Okay. See, I don't like the... Why do we have such a big space there and then no big space the rest of the time? Because click. I do a minus 25. I want the bigger space in between it. I think I want it lower. Oh, but see, then those are right next to one another. Why don't we have that? Why don't we have that? Well, the other ones are at minus 25 and an offset times 2. Why would increasing the offset give us a bigger space? That's because we're actually doing this wrong. We actually wanted to put that offset here. They should be similar. But see, I think that's a bit too close to one another. So we want instruction Y offset to be a little bit bigger. So we can go maybe 80, replace 80. Let's see that. It's looking okay, maybe a bit too far. But even if we switch, that's looking okay. So it's just looking a little bit too much. So maybe 60. And let's try that. It's looking good. Now space, and it needs to be a little further down on the Y. So let's do a 70 here, and our instruction Y is actually going to be maybe 580. Okay. Looking good. And that's rendering just about perfect. And X needs to be left just a bit more on our instruction X, or yeah. So maybe this is a minus 480 or a 490. Let's do a minus 490. That's looking closer. Oh fuck. might need to be a bit smaller. We might need to be a bit smaller. Let's say this is 26. Let's see how that changes stuff. Which one are we messing up at? Click to select a stack. Click to select a green grid that you want to move to. That's what it is. So maybe we just say click a green grid that you want to move to, and we'll see if that fits us. Grid that you want to move to, that you want to move to. This only needs one line. I think we can move our X to the left a bit or make us a tiny bit bigger. I think we can go back up to 28. Let's try that and a little higher. So let's say in our main, we can go right there, yeah. We are at 28 on small penny font. Maybe we go 30 and see. Too big, too big. Is bigger. Look at that. Yeah, a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. Maybe the teeniest bit to the left. Yeah. We can say teeniest bit higher to the Y offset, a little less, maybe 68 or 60. Yeah, that's 68. A little to the left, so we'll just do a minus 80 or 85 maybe. Not looking bad. Yeah, I think maybe undo this and then leave it. So I think that might be okay. Yeah. That's looking good. So now the instructions are on there. kind of makes sense to me. Let me just make sure. We put a score across the board here. And another one. We do have room to move it's black's move and the move type over there. I think that's actually good, and we can toggle. We could add our instruction toggle to our HUD toggle. That's what I'm thinking. So let's move our it's black's move, move our move type to be above our instructions, and then we will see if we can't put our instruction render with our HUD toggle. So how do we do this? We look at where we're already printing up the move type. So it's this line, and it's this line. So why don't we put, is this in our render function? Yes, it is. Okay. Now where's our instructions in our play state here? Right here. So if we go ahead and take all these instructions and we say, we put this into our HUD toggle right here. Now we need to align it, of course, but there's our instructions into our HUD toggle. Now let's see if that works. Now we can toggle our HUD for instructions just like our other HUD, which is what we wanted. Now let's move those other values like this to be not these old values. Now I don't want to necessarily get rid of these just yet. So I'm gonna kind of copy the original locations. But our new, and let's see, first of all, let's see where they are. So its white's move is on the left. So it'll be closest to instruction X and Y. And that was what move type? No, whose move it is. It's whose move. So that's this stuff right here. So that stuff needs to be not at this location, but the location basically right above our instructions, which we have an instruction X, and we want to minus how tall we are, so maybe 30, but then it would be at an instruction Y, which is also minused by maybe 30, and we'll just see if it's white's move where that renders us. It is right above there. It's not right, but it is close. Is this where we want this? I don't know if we want it here actually. I think I'd like it where it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo this. Let's see. So we've still got this help that doesn't freeze our gameplay. guess while we're at it, let's just add our help font to be equal to the other font we're using, just to keep that consistent, I guess. And then, yeah, it's like since we're so close to being done, like some of the last things we need to do is just debugging and then testing the pick a random loot song, which since there's so many files, it just made the game slower to load, but once we get that figured out, we can kind of turn it off again, and then won't have to worry about those those slow loading times. But what are we doing here? We want to do our help, which is what? If H is pressed, not found, but if H is pressed, yeah, we've got help state. So let's see what our help state is doing. Help state isn't an actual state, it's just a integer in our main function that we're using to toggle this stuff. So instead of setting this to small font, what if we set it to small Bene font? Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I think it should be a bit bigger, so we can have a help font that we could even, like we can say that this is help Bene font, and it's actually 36 maybe, 38. We'll see what 38 looks like. Not what I wanted, boy. 38. It can maybe be bigger. Yeah, it could be bigger. Let's see what 44 looks like. Let's keep it going. What's too big? Is 60 too big? No. Let's see if 100. Oh, and the thing is, I'm not even changing this. I'm stupid. At 100 font here, it's going to be way too big. I'm stupid because I'm still setting the font here. Not what I wanted. I want to go to this. Where is it, man? I thought it was in our main. Help state, help state, help state. Yep, we want help in a font, which is why it wasn't actually changing. My bad. Now 100's way too big. My bad. But now we can just go to the top of our main file. Actually, main file. We can go say. State. We need to resize our font here. So instead of 100, let's see what 44 looks like, or let's see what 40 looks like. Let's see what 40 is. Perfect. Okay. Just want to see how where's the help state actually? Down here. Oops. a single direction. This looped and that was a formatted string. That was nice. So I guess that says we should be a little less. I think it's fine. So if you're playing the game and you're like an expert at it, you can toggle this off so it's not in your way, and you still get the first game results on the board here. Okay, I think next thing, I'm actually kind of tempted to put any time a turn is changed, we update the amount of points on the board, and we can have the points update on this first column, first row, and then wins will be beneath it. So actually, I don't know how to do this. I think what we have is fine, actually. Yeah, I think what we have is fine, actually. Part of me thinks it'd be cool to turn on the road, the potential road function once you win, so it would render those highlights, but it's okay. You know, there's all that little polish we can always do, but you never know how much is overkill. This is really sick, though. This is really sick, man. Is there a thing that says pressing left or right to change the stones? Because we need that. Click to place your stone in an empty grid. Yeah, I think I need to say arrow over. What was that? Okay, well. Yeah, I think in our movement event 1 here, we need to say arrow left or right to choose your mouse, to choose your stone type. Arrow left or right to choose stone type. Click to place stone in empty grid, or arrow up and down to switch move types. Arrow up or down to switch move types. So I believe this is in our not in our help state, but in our instructions here. So we need to say something like look, I have this. There's a print. Click. Hold on. Click to place a stone in an empty grid. Click to select a stack in your control. Okay, this is a little different. down to swap move types. Okay. The first thing I want to do is actually say arrow left or right to select stone type. Now we want this to be -25, but we want this to be times 2 minus 25. Or left or right to select stone type, click to place your stone on empty grid. Yeah, it's just so different. Why is our X position so different? You know, look at that. X and Y position or move and place are just so different. Everything else is Y and X. Actually, maybe it's just Y. Everything's Y is different than the movement event 1, which I don't like. So why is the Y different, man? That's what I don't get. Should be it, man. This should be it. It should be the same as arrow up or down to select amount of stones that you want to move. It should be the same as that. It's the same code. Why is it so jacked up? Place your stone in empty grid or left. Why is it so jacked? To place a stone in empty grid, that's the first one. Let's see, we're trying to print. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's looking better. We We just need the appropriate amount of spaces. So click to select a stack in your control. You want to move. It's amazing we're not using formatted strings for that. I guess that makes sense though, actually. But we need okay. Yep, I just figured it out. We had, you go to here, this needs to be instruction Y plus. So we'll say plus instruction Y offset, which actually gives us, then we can say minus 25 and that should give it to us. It is appropriate that way. That's looking better. We just need that third line to be in line with it, and then we're good. And this will be offset times 2. That's not exactly what we want. We want something. So like we want to offset it. Actually, yeah, why don't we offset it by 2? And also minus 25 from it. Why wouldn't that give us even lines, but it still isn't? This minus 50 actually, because we're doing 2 lines of offset. But the thing is, I want to switch. I want to switch what is said. I want to switch what is said here. So I want to say. Nope. So what is the space on that bigger space 1? We do an offset times 2 and then a... Jesus, man. So it was times 2 instead of minus 25. That was the difference on the Y. So instead of 20 times 2, 50. That's not quite it. I want the second one down there with it. This one down there with it, just a bit higher. So. it says click to place your stone on an empty grid, and then arrow left or right to select stone type. Arrow up or down to swap move types. Move type, place, move type, move. Click to select a stack in your control that you want to move. There's none. But if you have one there, you can click a green grid you can move to. Arrow down, lock it in. Okay. It's all toggleable with T there. It's paired with our HUD toggle now. Then if we wanted to go further and see what our potential roads are, we can toggle those on for vertical or horizontal and both colors. And then if we actually just win here, we in fact get a win. And at this point, at a win, we should probably it's still it still has the instructions on screen when we win, but that's okay for now. We've got 2 minutes to commit before we miss a streak, so I'm gonna go ahead and commit us. So if we go out here, we take a look at a git diff. We just modified some instruction offsets. We fixed our chatter bug. We turned down the music a bit. We moved the HUD toggle to include our instructions. So we've got a couple of things going for us. We, you know, I would say maybe refreshed instructions and helpState, and then fixed looping bug for chatter, and then git push that bad boy, and then we're good to go. We got a minute to spare. So tomorrow we'll be back at it. We take a look at what we've got left in our notes here. You know, we've got when printing for 2 games, we've got the rematch kind of baked in. We haven't done this yet. We tried to find this, but it might be fixed. Debug complex move stones. We still have to do that. We still have to do that, but we did do this. So we've got, you know, 3 of our 7 checklists done today to finish our game, and we're right there. Debugging complex move stones is probably going to be the next episode. That and figuring out if we can get this red space upon a win to mess up again or not. But other than that, we're almost done. We're so close to being done. And then we'll swap our players, and then we'll try to actually play a whole game. You know, I haven't officially played an attack game yet, so the first one I play is probably going to be the one I programmed here. Maybe with Jean, if I convince her to come play with me. I think it's great. Making good progress on it. We're almost done. Almost done. So yeah, tomorrow we'll try to get. We'll probably load up some surrounding spaces with some tricky moves to kind of prove some concepts, and then if we're feeling pretty comfortable it's not going to crash, we can go ahead and analyze our stuff. We're so close. We're so close. Hey, thanks for watching this me learning this programming stuff. I don't know how to use tmux exactly just yet, but I was able to use it fine. I just started using it today, and it worked out pretty good. I just think it's cool that if I'm over here editing all this stuff, you know, if I'm here, we're editing our winning games logic, but then for some reason my editor just crashes without a git commit saved recently. We would actually just be able to say tmux attach, and we're here in our winning games, and we're in this same exact tmux session. So I think that's really cool. And then the ability to potentially SSH into this tmux session from another computer. You know, if I get better at doing the window panes and stuff, this could be really powerful, and it's a cool backup. It's like Git, but for live projects. So I think it's really cool. We'll see if I continue to use it, but otherwise I'll see you tomorrow.